The Coach Calhoun Show is brought to you by Little General and Valley Distributing. The Coach Calhoun Show will be on timeswv.com each Wednesday.
Just talk about the 2 wins you had this past week.
You know what? I thought our guys did a terrific job of really focusing on the game plan. You know, Charleston is a very, very difficult matchup. They're probably the best half-court defensive team in the league. Very big, very physical, strong. Always a very tough opponent. I think Dwayne Osborne really does a great job of teaching defense. So that was a game we really had to grind out. We had to make extra plays. We had to really guard in the half court. They did a great job with breaking our pressure. So I was very, very proud of our guys gutting one out. You know, that was a game that was very, very physical, kind of a tough man game. And I thought in the end, the last 3 minutes, Thomas Wimbush made some terrific plays and did a really a great job on Javante Hughes down the stretch.
Okay. Obviously, I guess 2 weeks ago, Jamel Morris broke the MEC record and tied the school record, and then last week, Chase Connor broke both the MEC record and the school record. What kind of, well, Shamgai Wells, he also had record-breaking performance. What kind of triggered these record-breaking performances?
You know, I think Chase has kind of been overdue. Chase has been a little bit up and down. A lot of people have asked me, why do you think that, Coach? And I really believe it's the amount of minutes he's playing. You know, at West Virginia, he didn't play a whole lot of minutes, so he's got to get used to playing both sides of the basketball. He's playing about 24 minutes a game. And after his first 2 years at WVU, just be used as a spot player. He's not used to the speed of the game. He's not used to the endurance, you know, playing each possession on both sides of the floor. I thought Shamgai Wells did a tremendous job of finding Chase early in that West Virginia State game. And Chase is a player, if he makes his first couple, he gains quite a bit of confidence. I thought all the guys down the stretch did a great job of finding Chase in his comfort zone. And as you watch that tape, it's really fun to be a part of two guys in one game that we recruited that were part of our team. I think all the players and staff really enjoyed those records being beat. I think all these records are meant to be broken. To get 13 threes in a game, to get 19 assists in a game, and to see what it really meant to Sham, I think that's, you know, his mindset as a player. He just wants to win and wants to set up his teammates. And you don't see that in a lot of college players, to be that ecstatic over an assist record. Usually it's points, usually it's rebounds, things like that. So I think that's kind of the way our team has been all year. You know, each game somebody else has stepped up. But now the last 2 weeks, it'd be great to see 5, 6, 7 guys playing well at the same time instead of 1 or 2.
Right. So let's see here. Okay. Just to force a habit. But so after Jamel Morris had his record-breaking performance 2 weeks ago, did you kind of notice Charleston and West Virginia State maybe playing him closer last week?
You know, that's a good question. I'm sure those are two great coaches, and we have a lot of great coaches in our league, and I'm sure they're very, probably very, aware of what Jamel did against Notre Dame College. So that's certainly going to allow other players to step up and have open looks, and I think we saw that with Chase. But really with West Virginia State, they played a ton of zone. So against zone defenses, you know, when you have multiple shooters out there, one of those guys is going to be open because it's very hard to cover multiple guys in any kind of zone defense. So, you know, it's a good question, and I think it's probably a little bit of both. I think our guys finding Chase and also Mel being out there on the court certainly allowed Chase to get some looks.
Okay. I know, like this past week, even though you guys did win, obviously, I know Marquise, I think he had 28 points, and then the guy in Charleston.
Yeah, Hughes.
Yeah, Hughes had 26 points. Pretty big performances, and then just going back to his next 2 games, the last time he faced them, I think Cedric Nady and Roman and Mikovic had scored like upwards of 20 points. Is there something that you guys can do to maybe prevent guys from going off like that?
Yeah, you know, Cedric Nady's a great player. He's an all-league type player, a guy that's won a championship at Glenville State for Coach Dye. So he's always played very, very well against us. I think anytime you're playing a great player, You got to make them make tough shots. They're going to score the ball. Skylar Roman is going to score the ball. He just got the MEC Player of the Week along with Chase Connor. So we're facing two very, very good point guards this week. So I think, you make them make tough shots, but you also got to try to limit their touches, whether it's in the front court or half court. You've got to play multiple guys on those players and try to wear them down a little bit. But in this league, every night you're facing a good player because there's a guy that's getting 20 and almost every team in the MEC because the way this league scores the basketball. So I think any given night, your defense has got to be there. You're going to get beat.
Right. Glenview State is only the second game of the season. Is it fair to say that both your team and their team are much different this time around?
Yeah, I think so. I think Glenville's been through a lot. They've had a lot of injuries. One of the things about our team, we've battled some injuries as well, but we've been pretty lucky. Nothing major. Jamel has really done a nice job rehabbing. Matt's knee, as of late, has acted up a little bit with the swelling. So I think any time you play a team months and months ago, a lot has changed. Personnel's changed, the way they play, the way we play. Our rotations are different. Both teams are playing for different things, but it's a rival game. We're an hour down the street. They beat us last year for the tournament championship in Charleston. So, you hope your kids remember those things. You hope they remember what got us these 23 wins. And at the end of the day, the team that plays for the 40 minutes is going to win the game, whether you're, have 10 wins or you have 23 wins. It's a game that you have to prepare for and be ready to play.
Okay. I know, just last question. I know Shepherd really took it to you guys last time. I think they were up as many as like 18 points, and Jason Jolly essentially saved you guys. How do you guys prevent Shepherd from getting ahead of you guys like that again?
Shepherd's a good team. They're young. They can really shoot the basketball. They've won 4 in a row. If you look at what most of the teams have done here as of late, they're one of the hottest teams in the Mountain East Conference. Just from a winning standpoint, shooting percentages are very high. They've got 4 to 5 guys on the floor at all times that can shoot the ball. We'll have to go into Shepherd with a great defensive mind that we're going to not let them make threes or really attempt threes. A team like that, if they are getting them off, they're going to make them because they can all shoot the ball. So we'll have to be really cognizant of their three-pointing shot ability and their making ability because we're going to have to establish ourselves early in that game and throughout the game as well.
Okay. I think we're good.
The Coach Calhoun Show is brought to you by Little General and Valley Distributing. The Coach Calhoun Show will be on timeswv.com each Wednesday.